it working?
No.
No, stupid sugar dispensary, non-sugary dispensary, non-sugary, sugary saccharin shit. Sugar, no, 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 saccharin, not sugar, no, 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 it's fake shit.
Who's fake shit?
Saccharin, that stuff that you call sugar, the Canderel, whatever the hell it is. Somebody's using my new road.
The bombs.
Police, eh?
Bombs.
The bombs, the Canderel. Police is driving in a bus lane. Oh, naughty. Can the police do that?
How come you shooting them?
Part 2. Part 2, I had to end part 1 to go number 2. It's been 2 hours since part 1 started, so this is part 2. I'm trying to get 250,000 people moved in my city by public transport. No. Trying to get 250,000 people moving in a bus or tram or train or something, planes, trains and automobiles. Don't forget a taxi company guy called Pastor Cabs. Hey, you've been going for so long, you're getting old and mouldy, we'll call you Pastor Crabs. 30 years we've been going. I've done 50 weeks. I've only got 300 weeks left on my days. On my days.
It's not 30 years.
Your dad has.
No.
Nearly.
35.
Yeah, but it's over. 40 years.
35. It's got to be right.
Yeah, make it make sense. It's 35 years, it's not 30 or 40, it's 35, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You know that.
You don't.
Facts. Choo-choo, choo-choo. Woo-woo. Yeah, I need to do something with the plates, they're too high, aren't they? Yeah, I know, everything's up high, up there, it's up there in the clouds. What does it do up there? I don't know. Just keep your exercise day.
We don't have nowhere to put plates.
Yeah. We don't need anywhere to put plates, just chuck them in the bin. We have so much takeaway that we don't need plates. Where we're going, we don't need plates. What's wrong with you? Don't have takeaway tools, what? Not enough customers. There will be, honestly. Just got a ton of people in. Oh crap, what's my electric bill? Oh. My water light. Oh. Trash light. Oh. We got the budget on the trash? Oh. Electric light, yeah. Do that 5%. Do that 5%. Who? Keegan! She actually gone? I don't know. What's Coco's up to today?
Huh? Cowbells? I don't know.
That's what I actually thought you were talking about when you came up the stairs.
No.
Is it cheeky bitch, isn't she? How's Les? Don't keep giving fuck.
Who?
The lady on the phone this morning.
It's Sarah, isn't it?
Yeah, like you give a fuck. How's Les? And did you see that link about that dog? Like, again, are you thinking about anybody else other than yourself? Because we already said to you, no one done more the heartbreak and the fucking heartache and the big mistake of thinking that everybody's happy and everybody's okay and one day that is and that's it. I don't do it again. No sir, no sirree ball. I mean you can, there's nothing stopping you. Isn't it about their animals? No, lose one, replace it with three.
It was lose one, replace one.
Yeah, and then it became lose one, replace it with two.
That's what I mean. It got to the point where
Lose one, replace it with three.
and Sarah still believes that Abby James said yes to getting Brody.
Maddie and Brody.
Well, Abby James said yes to Brody.
Yeah, but then that's probably because she can see that Mitch isn't going to be around for much longer. I'm not being rude, but she got Mitch before we got Misty. You know, so it ain't going to be long before Mitch starts getting some sort of smoke wrong with him. He has to go and be put to sleep. I know I sound like I don't know, unsympathetic towards the whole situation, but I just don't understand why you would, allow that to happen to your animal. To get to the stage where it's doing all over itself, it has no control. What am I believing? That has to stay because that's powering that. That has to stay because that's controlling power that's there. No power cables in the town. Downtown. That one. That was this one. That's there. So this is power like that. Here, it's like that, it's like here, the boots have to push it back here. So it looks like it's not there. Back there.
Sarah's busy because she Vicky told Sarah like a trap. Vicky told Sarah that they said, oh, well, I won't like to watch this summer anyway, so that she could get something involved.
Yeah, but what Dave doesn't realise is he's not self-employed, employed or otherwise because he failed his medical. Wake the fuck up. You cannot taxi without your medical, my friend. You have no licence, and if I see you out driving a vehicle, I will report you. Get a fucking job like I had to because I lost my licence, trick. I've watched my own stream. Take him somewhere. Ish with you.
Ish. Well, I think is he okay? What about you?
Oh yeah, well, I understand that. Yeah, but yeah.
because of what Megan thought. And then we put, oh well, only a small mistake. And Shane's not next door, and I put, is he not there? He said, fuck no, it's last day of shoes, so I can't be rocking the neighbour about their camera with my house and everybody living in unless they bother with it.
No, this is what I do. I try to stay out of it as much as possible until it starts affecting me.
However, I don't like people out there with their children, so it's bothering me that I can't just go chilling.
No, that's it. Everybody deserves a second chance. If the bloke doesn't do nothing wrong by Brooke, and he's not fucking out taking pictures of the young kids running around, and he's not jerking off in the window while the kids are out running around, I've got no issues. But as soon as he starts doing shit like that, then I'll be like Jake as well.
He said, but I can't.
The guy I wish he'd never moved in on the estate.
He said, but I can't go chilling.
No, that's right. Words speak louder than actions, apparently, according to the system that is in place to set everyone. No, that's it. Jake would end up fucking himself over because he, you know, he's standing up for what he believes is right, and I understand that. Yeah, but something that the bloke's done in the past doesn't mean that Jake's judging for it now.
And I said to him,
that was in the past, just because the bloke done something when he was younger. Maybe it was a mistake, stupid, and all the rest of it.
I said to him, madness, he played his name, it's not. I said, I told him, I said, I want a gun license. He said, why? He said, you can't shoot people just because you've got a license, you know. I would watch them slowly disappear, people like me. I was watching a scenario about that stuff, and he was 100% buy a shotgun license with a license in the UK.
Oh yeah, you can get gun license as long as you don't look like and sound like you're doing anything stupid with it. As long as it's for foreign use or
Jake, but there's no rules on this.
use, recreational use.
Listen, Jake, but there's no rules in this world, should tell any group of knowledge trying to enforce it. Someone pissed me off, shoot them, end of. That's what I said.
Yeah, that's back in the olden days.
You can do that.
1800s you could, but not
I
now.
said, no, laugh out loud, time for sleeping. Shoot them. I said, I mean the ones that get shot. But you can just have a reason for it first. There's some bad people in this world, honestly, the quicker they're gone, the better. I put 100%, and then I put in Michael Jackson's Earth song, the world would be a better place. Thinking that song, you know, and I put, thinking that for me, happy days. But it should be a better place, it's just not. There's an old saying up north, they can't have chicken before their dinner and still have chicken for their tea. Because you can't have everything, which is true for a people, you can't have happiness. And that's exactly what I plan on taking away from them. Diving next door. Giving next door.
Wind turbine just to get me up to 92% electricity, covered my 92% electricity really. I've got one of these things somewhere, right? Yeah. How's that going? people moved. Wow. 5 weeks. Nicely spaced out, nice and even. Just one big loop. We've got a metro in, but this is all one big loop. I don't know if that's a good idea.
Don't forget to put the DVD back in the box. Because you'll get it back for you if you my way, and then it'll be like when you DVD it.
Well, DVD's back in the box, so.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, it's...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Quite a lot by this.
Well, I've tasted it, but
Let her sleep. Let her sleep. Got one of those, so just different people are covered. Fire I need. Police I don't need. Oh, emergency shelter I need. You're green, you're really green.
How long we fly? 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Double. How long we fly? 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Double. How long?
Oh, flyby. That flyby. How long we fly? We fly 100 million miles an hour. Oh, that would be cool. Fast. Oh yeah.
We
Changing
fly
colors.
20 minutes. 20 minutes. Double. How long?
Yes, I did it. Maybe 24 hours is
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Morning. Yeah, we will be, yeah.
I'll have to go up to Cole and get some coal for the barbecue and sort that out. We're still up to this anyway.
Well, I was just saying to Les, I was just literally said we're waiting on what's happening your end to see. I mean, I've got a job at 12:15 and I've got to pick them back up again at 2:30.
Right,
So,
okay.
but then that's only a small trip. It's only just up to the campsite here, but there's three people, but it's an elderly couple and their son, and the lady's she's got arthritis, so you know they can't walk very far. So, I mean, they used me Friday and said, well, could I? They booked me for Sunday, and I thought, well, I don't normally, but seeing as it's only just up the road.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't have to have a barbie, I mean, if we just catch up and have a smoke, if it does have to be that, or you
Well,
know,
listen,
I'm not.
it's up to you. I don't know. I don't mind what you want to do.
Where are you guys?
What do you want to do?
No, we go that way. Yeah, we will.
Or do you just want to go over and just have a smoky and what do you
Yeah,
want someone to?
I don't mind. I'm not fussed with the food, but yeah, we can go and have smoking too.
Les said he's not fussed too much about too much food. I mean, if you don't want to, we could do that again another weekend if you wanted to.
Yeah.
It's entirely up to you.
Is he still fancy coming over, or is he not feeling it, or?
Yeah. But like I say, we could come over. We could come over. Well, like I say, I got that trip at 2:30. Well, literally, I'll be done and dusted by 2:45. So it's only 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's
If you drive for the rest, let's drive it.
well, if I bring my car, I'll have to drive, see, because Les can't drive my taxi anymore. He's not allowed to, you see, he's not insured on it. So,
I don't know if there's going to be a parking space out because they're both home and it's a Sunday.
right, well, the only thing is what I'll do is if I can get away with it, I'll park in the hairdressers, because I know Naomi anyway.
You can't. She's got it all off now, darling.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's not a car park anymore. It's only her car and another car that's in there now.
Oh, fuck. So I was going to say, I could have...
You're going to have to go to Police Car Park.
Where's that?
You know, you're going up towards the school.
Yeah.
You're coming from mine and you turn up Police Road.
Yeah, and you've got the bus stop on the left.
You've got the bus stop on the left, and there's a car park. Take that left, and you drive into the car park.
You have to pay in there.
No.
Oh, right, okay. Well, yeah, I could actually come down to you facing that way, because then eventually you face a co-op, don't you?
Yeah.
If I came in the school end,
If you came in from Campsite, you're going to come in through the school end, so you're going to come in, I imagine. And if you was driving in, you'd be driving in, and would the school be on the left?
well, I can take the way in and around the school, and I can come in past the school instead of coming in the other way. And then that car park would be on my right then.
That's right, it'll be first right as you turn onto Police Road.
That's right, yeah, that's it, yeah. That's right, that's it, yeah.
So I mean, I don't know if you've got a big massive van, or what have you got for a taxi?
No, I've just got that car, I've got my black car.
Oh, right, okay.
So I've got the black car, so it wouldn't be a problem.
No. I don't think if you drive, you can't have a drink, or would you take marches and then legs with it?
I can do, I can have one.
Yeah, I suppose you can, yeah.
Yeah, I can have one.
Yeah. Alright, well, if that's what you guys want to do, if that's what if you're happy with doing that, I'm happy with doing that.
I mean, unless you want, well, unless, like you say, unless you wanted to, what do you fancy on eating? Do you want to get something from Co-op and I get something from Tesco's, or what do you want to do?
I don't know, I mean, I don't know, I don't know how I'm feeling now. I mean, maybe it'll just be a little bit of a smoky, because I don't know, you haven't got work in the morning, so you're not going to want to late or anything, are you?
No, I mean, we're going to have to come back too early, because obviously I haven't got anything to get back for, but, so, you know, I mean...
Maybe we
Well, what time did you want us to come over? What time would you be ready? What time do you want to say? Do you want to say after 3 o'clock?
Yeah.
Any time after 3?
Yeah, just come after you've done that job if you want, darling. I'm not doing anything. I was going to sort the barbecue, but I'll leave all that now. So I'm not doing anything. So yeah, if you just come over when you can.
Yeah, well, like I say, I mean, I'll be sort of sorted. Well, like I say, I've got these people at 12:15, and then back up the road at 2:30. So by 2:45, I'll be back here at my house. So, and you know, only from here to yours, it's only just under half an hour. So we could be aiming to be at yours for 4. Yeah, I mean, if we wanted to, I mean, Tesco's shut here at 4, see, so if I was to get anything and bring it over. Oh yeah, was that nice?
Yeah, beautiful curry. I've got loads for another dinner tonight.
Yeah. No, well, at least we could wander up to Tesco's and leave those in France, couldn't we? Sorry, Tesco Co-op. Just so you, hang on 2 minutes, Cal, my mobile's ringing. 2 secs, I won't ring you back, just stay where you are, 2 secs. Good morning, how's the cabs? I don't work today, I'm afraid, sorry. What is it you're looking for? I could help with another number if it helps. There, that's my dad. My dad doesn't work today either, I'm afraid. So that's yeah. So that's how you probably come through to me now. But where was it you were looking from and what time? Right, now, if 2 seconds, I could give you, there is a chap that I do know works on a Sunday. Just bear with me 2 seconds, I'll get his number for you. How many people is it? 4+5. Right, okay, in 2 seconds. Right, I'll just get the, right, so the number is 07875.
Yeah, let me just find that out. Hang on. What is it?
07875
Yeah.
6377
Yeah.
34.
3, 4, brilliant.
Okay, you're welcome. And you, thank you, bye bye. Sorted. Sorted. Eh? No, I'm just giving them cabins because there's 4/5 people. But Sarah's in bed. She didn't go to bed till 6 o'clock this morning.
Why?
Oh well, she's not sleeping properly at the minute with all the things that's going on with Dave and that Kelly and stuff, and he's wound her right up, and obviously now with him being out for 6 weeks because he's got to have a further operation and all this shit. So and of course she's stressing because she's got to get the contract covered for the next 3 weeks.
How's she finding living on her own?
I don't think she's coping with that either.
No.
If I'm honest, no. I'd say that I'm not saying that I don't think she's coping. It's just the fact is the house is so busy, Kelly, all the time.
Oh, so she's not really feeling that alone.
No, but it's just the house is so busy. There's always something to do and always something doing.
Yeah.
And it's just getting a bit on top of her, I think. And she feels that nobody's helping her, and you know, when everyone else wants help, she's the first one they go to, blah blah blah. and all this. So,
You expect it to help her.
well, she hasn't got anyone, Kelly, that's the problem.
People that she shit on.
No, who's she expecting to help her though? Like, where is her expectation coming from him, you?
Well, exactly, because it's always me, that's the problem.
Does she feel like you're not helping her?
Well, that's what she's told my dad. She said, you know, I help you and Chantal, but nobody seems to help me. And it's like Dad says to her, well, where do you help us? Because we don't get ourselves in the shit.
We don't take jobs, we can
We don't take jobs we can't do and try and sort of, you know,
fob them on
fob
other
them off to
people.
somebody else. I mean, the other night here, she had no drivers. She tried to pass the jobs to me and Dad. Well, me and Dad couldn't do it because we'd already had our own jobs. And then she's like, oh, well, she said, well, if I can't fulfill these bookings, she said, it's all right, I'll just cancel them, she said. Well, it doesn't look nice, does it, Kelly? You know, if you're running a business and you're cancelling your bookings.
You're in your first year of being on your own.
I think very unprofessional, and I've got to say, she's been very unprofessional in the situations with this Kelly thing.
She is. She tells Dad. She says no, we're all right, but she's not. No, she's, you know, she's not, you know, and like I say, she's taking too much work on. She's just tried to say to me now on the phone because she phoned me this morning and she said, you know, I'm trying to get this because Dave did a bingo contract on a Sunday, see. Well, of course, that's not happening because he can't drive. Well, she's just tried, like, discreetly to fob it on to me, and I'm like, you're not fobbing it on to me, Sarah. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. I'm not giving up my weekends to help her out when it's Dave's problem.
She wanted to go up against you and your dad.
Yeah.
She wanted to go on her own and do her own thing. And now it's backfiring her. She's expecting you all to help her.
Well, she thought she'd stole all your customers.
Well, see, she thought she'd stole all of our regulars, and then basically, with what happened with...
They thought she was laughing.
She was laughing in the beginning because it was great, it was all new, it was all great, you know, oh, you know, she set out on her own, blah, blah, blah. And of course, it's like everything, when it's new, it's all great in it, but it soon wears off.
Yeah, no, that's right, and it has been worn off.
It has, yeah. I mean, she's...
So far, you've let out 13 grand or so for fucking this so-called bloke of hers. You know, she's losing drivers, she's cancelling fucking, it doesn't sound good still.
No, and it's like Dad says, you know, Dad isn't blowing his own trumpet, but he says that, you know, he's not had his business for 35 years, Kelly, and doesn't know what he's doing. You know,
No, that's right.
Dad says now he's probably got to the point where he's forgotten more than he knows about taxiing. And there's not a lot of people that can tell my dad about taxiing because, like I say, we're the only one now in Padstow, the longest going company, because Sarah's only been going since February.
So how many, is there only you and Sarah at Padstow?
And Dad, yeah, that's it. There's only two companies in Padstow. That's all right. You carry on. Brushing my teeth. And then the glass. No. And my dad said he's getting to the point where he's not wanting to help her out, Kelly, because she shit on my dad.
6.5 grand. Well, you get that back as soon as I get paid.
Oh yeah, it is, yeah, because there's a lot of confusion now. There's a lot of people ringing us and saying, oh, you know, we've booked with Padstow cabs, but like Dad says, no, you haven't. Oh no, sorry, it was petrol cabs. You know, and Dad had a call the other night to say that from a lady, and that she said she'd been let down, and Dad said, well, do you mind who I asked who it is, and she said, oh, it was petrol cabs. Well, it's quite hard for Dad to swallow that because, like he said, you know, it's embarrassing.
While she was working with you, though, no problem.
And, you know, there's still confusion of when Sarah was working with us. You know, and I mean, we still get it now, and it's like, well, you know, oh, Sarah's brilliant, blah, blah, blah. Well, I will shut them down, Kelly. I'll say to them, look, sorry, no, Sarah doesn't work for me and my dad anymore. Because, see, I get the backlash of it when the bookings go wrong, because the fact is they say, oh, well, we spoke to a lady. Well, no, they haven't spoke to me.
Yeah, no, it's quite embarrassing to your dad.
It is embarrassing for Dad, because our name's being slated by.
I was thinking this with me and my dad, we had practice with this, and I had a cooking and all the rest. I mean, I would be embarrassed for my dad, I really would.
Well, I'm embarrassed for mine, because, like I say, it's embarrassing when we get to. I mean, we've got to jobs, Kelly, as you well know, and we've got to jobs, and then we've got there, and the people are like, no, sorry, it's not tonight. Actually, it was last night.
I know.
You know, that's still going on. That's never going to change. Yeah, that's still happening, and it's like, and me and Dad know full well, Kelly, we don't make mistakes.
When we was last talking, it was all kicking off, wasn't it? There was one day I remember you telling me about different incidents that had happened related to Sarah and your dad impacting her, you know, and I remember back then it was all kicking off then.
Yeah, well, it's basically all kicked off, and it's all gone sort of tits up since basically February, when she decided to go on her own.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it's like Dad said to her, Kelly, you couldn't stop her going on her own. If that's what she wanted to do, that's what she wanted to do. But, you know, but just don't try and take my dad's business down with yours. You know, I mean, she had a wedding here last weekend, and she had a wedding Friday and Saturday last weekend, and she's had a wedding this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Well, last weekend, now, me and Dad have told her, we'll help her with weddings, but we will not pick them up from there, Kelly, from a wedding event. You know, we'll take them, but we're not picking them up. Well, you know, so she won't ask us, but if she needs us just to fulfill a booking that's to go out to a wedding, you know, reception or whatever, then Dad says we'll do it, but we're not picking up from a wedding. Well, what happened last weekend, in the car that Sarah's got like mine, she had 6 people in that taxi, and it was Elvin's daughter, Shayla, that was driving, and someone happened to be sick in the car, didn't they? Well, it was 150 quid they had to pay. And it's like Dad says, Kelly, she doesn't learn. You know, she knows the reason why Dad doesn't do weddings, and it's clearly explained why he doesn't do it, because that's the result that happens.
They're messy. When there's weddings and stuff like that,
And, you know, Dad says the trouble is, and my mum always said it, Kelly, and if my mum was here now, my mum would fucking, well, my mum would turn in her fucking grave if she knew what was going on now.
oh, darling, she probably already has, babe. She probably already has, because there's no doubt about it. Your mum would be absolutely disgusted with the antics that's gone on since she passed.
Yeah, and, you know, my mum's words were always, she's fucking greedy. And Kelly, me and Dad have said, you know, oh, you know, we never used to listen to my mum in that way because we didn't see it ourselves, but it's true now. My mum's words have come true.
I told you that last night, didn't I? Part of
Yeah.
Sarah's her problem in life is her greed.
Yeah. I mean, I've just asked her again now, which I don't like to keep asking, Kelly, but, you know, I've got a plan tomorrow that I was going to go up to the vets after Les finishes work.
Yeah.
And I want to collect Misty and pay my bill.
Yeah.
Well, I've just asked Sarah again for the money, because I'm like, well, you said you would pay me today so I can go up tomorrow. And
Yeah.
she's just put now, sorry mate, I'm waiting for matey to put the money in the bank for the car that for my car I've just sold, then I can put it straight across. Well, you know, Sarah knows that, eh? Yeah, yeah. And the thing is, Kelly, that's annoyed me, this £400 that she should have given me and paid me is from last month's contract where I helped her out, and she's gone and spent that for something else. Yeah, but it's just like, Les says, it's wrong where if that was me that had done that and I said to Sarah, look mate, I can't pay you because I've used it to pay something, I'd never hear the fucking end of it. And then I remember when I used to pay everybody, like when I used to get the contract money into my account and pay everyone, I would make sure Sarah's paid first, and then I would have to wait maybe a couple of days for my money, because obviously in the bank you can only transfer so much per day, can't you?
Yeah.
Well, Sarah would be on the phone to me, so like if we were, for example, if we were due the money tomorrow, Sarah would be messaging me tonight and saying, mate, is the contract money in? And she told my dad, and she cried to my dad last weekend, and she said to my dad, she said, well, you don't know what it's like to live fucking hand to mouth, she said.
But she put herself in this position.
Exactly, who's put her in that position but herself?
You know, for me, Sam, it doesn't change. You know, every time I speak to you, it's the same story.
Yeah, it is.
Sarah's really horrible to you guys, and you guys just take it. I never hear you actually stand up and go, no.
Well, I've said it now. I've said, you know, I mean,
Your fucking life's taken away, Shad. You know, it's obvious what she is and how she is.
Yeah.
I mean,
and like that my dad said to me and Les the other weekend here, he said, you know, he said we could have done with Les now, because Les would have been, you know, Les could have had a little job like he's got. That's what Les would have done in the beginning, but like he said, you know, and Kelly, not being funny, but I'd never ever thought Sarah would be as evil as she fucking is.
how much more is she going to do for you to leave there?
Eh?
How much more has she got to do for you to believe it?
Well, she's doing enough now.
She's caused, yeah, anyway, I mean, it's not my business, it's family, and family's a very difficult thing to talk about.
They are.
You are like that, and you've got each other's back at the same time.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, it's like my dad said, see, you know, with her going on her own, like Dad said, that's her doing, that's not his. He's got his own business to think about. But I think Sarah, what her intention was, Kelly, but she come out with an egg on her face, that when she lost Leslie's licence for him, she thought Padstow Cabs was going to go down in fault.
Yeah, basically.
But it didn't happen that way, because obviously, like I said to you the other day, that big meeting we all had to have, it was me, Les, and my dad was also, he said, well, I'll be there as well.
You're not right, see, you know your dad, not see that she's actually trying to tell you like that, so that she can take over.
Yeah, because that's what she wanted to do, because see, Dad told her from the beginning, he said, there's no way, he said, Sarah, you're getting your fingers on my business. He says, because you know exactly where that business is going when I've finished. See, and that's where she didn't like it. She thought she was going to get a little bit of a helping of Dad's business. Well, it weren't happening. That's it, yeah. Which she's, you know, and now it's so much better just me and my dad, Kelly. We know where we are. we knew what we were doing. We didn't. Yes, we made mistakes. Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is what Dad says, see. Dad says, you know, at the end of the day, he said, we make mistakes. Yeah. And it's like Dad says, you know, yes, we make mistakes, but the thing is, Kelly, we're all human, you know, we do make mistakes. But no, exactly, and this is it. And Sarah knows as well as we all do that these school contracts, you know, you take them because of the fact is it's your bread and butter money in the winter. But Sarah's, you know, she's got to realise that if you take that on, unfortunately you've got to have a driver, which she hasn't. She hasn't got the drivers. I mean, she's had to take Shayla off of the insurance on the S-Max, which is a car like mine, because it's costing Sarah over £2,000 a month to put Shayla on that insurance because she's only 20 years of age. She hasn't, no. And she's just, she has, yeah, that's exactly what she's got. And you can't run a business like that. And that doesn't matter what business you're in, Kelly, whether you're a fucking cabby driver or not, bus driver, you know, it's like you, if you had your own business, you'd make sure you've got the hands and bodies there before you would start stretching out, wouldn't you? It is, yeah. Well, the amount of people now that with me driving back and me back full time, the amount of people that have said to me and my dad, you know, how nice is it to see Padstow cabs back to the 2 original faces?
Oh, that's lovely. That's nice to hear, isn't it?
Because it is, Kelly, because, you know, at the end of the day, when...
Well, like, even I know, Shannon, I've never done the cabin on the telephone or anything else, but you know, like if I was taking runs for you and all that, I would be making sure that the destination fits the times so that you guys don't run into blah, blah, blah. You know, there's a lot involved, isn't there? You don't just take your fucking, you don't just go on the to you at 6 and leave it at 8. Well, you have a job now.
She tried to hang me the other day and I said to her, Sarah, you're not doing that. And she said, well, I can. I said, no, you're not. She had a Bodmin Parkway come in for 11 people. And it's a chap that uses her all the time, and he's a teacher from a school in London, and he brings 10 or 11 students down, and they go from Bodmin Parkway to Poles F. Well, they come in on Monday, and they're normally here for a week. They're always here around the first week of July. So I get a call at 12 o'clock on Monday afternoon from Sarah. Oh mate, can you be at Bodmin Parkway for 1:45 to pick up this 11 people with Alvin? Which I've done the people before, Kelly, I know exactly who they are. Well anyway, come to find out and cut a long story short, the train was nearly half an hour late. So I said to Sarah, look, I can't do that. I said, because you know I've got to be at the school for 3 o'clock. And you know what she turned around and said to me, Kelly? She said, oh, it's all right. She said, I'll ring the schools where you're picking up from, because obviously on that school run I do 2 primary schools. Sarah said, oh, I'll ring them and tell them that you'll be late because you've got the Bodmin Parkway. Now, Kelly, I can't have that done against me because I'm on a warning. I said to her, Sarah, do not ring the schools. I said, you're going to have to get somebody else to cover that with Alvin, or they're going to have to get a Bodmin taxi. And see,
you don't think she's going to try and get you, you don't think she's going to try and do the same as what she's done to let your dad to be able to collaborate with her.
there's no way she's not going to do that to me, Kelly. No way. Because if that's what she's thinking, which I can see where you're coming from, but Kelly, believe me, if she does that, that's me and her done. That will be. No, I know.
And she is trying to outdo your dad in taking business.
Which she's failing miserably.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, she didn't like it that when.
On that record, drinking statement the other day, he said, "Be careful."
Yeah. I mean, even Colin Kelly has told us. Colin said he never thought Sarah would be like that. Because see, funny enough, him and Sarah, they were at school together. I never knew that, but Colin and Sarah were at school together.
Okay.
So, because Sarah's birthday's Wednesday, and she'll be...
She didn't bring the school then, she didn't do it.
No, because I told her I wasn't doing the job.
No. Well, I would advise you to be extremely fucking careful now, Chantal.
This is why I can't afford for her to take jobs when she takes them, because the fact is, you know, I said to her, Sarah, I said, why have you taken that when you know where all the school runs?
Yeah, why she even trying to tempt you?
And she said, oh well, this chap uses us every year. I said, yes, I know he does, Sarah, but
He's trying to outdo your dad.
you're going to have to start telling that bloke that he's going to have to either get an earlier train or a later train. That's the only way he's going to be able to do it, and we can pick him up. But no, and I said, Sarah, you're not ringing the schools and telling them that I'm going to be late, because all I need is the school then to ring the council and say, oh, Chantal was late. Well, you know, Kelly, I'm on a warning as it is.
That's good. That's good. I lost my license for that.
You know, I don't know how long this warning's for. It's just I had a warning. I mean, oh, that's it. Yeah, well, she'll come up against me and my dad, and she wish she never did. Because my dad told her when she did go on her own, Dad said to her, Sarah, he said, you do that, he said, there'll be no coming back. He said, once you're gone, he said, that's it. He said, that'll be it. He said, there'll be no coming back.
I still think she wants cats and cats.
Yeah, well,
She wants a monopoly, a cat firm.
she knows that she ain't going to get that, because, I mean, we've had people say to us that, you know, of, you know, Sarah's this, Sarah's that, you know, and she's, we've had people complain about that. That's all right. Yeah?
Yeah, no, I mean, to me, I would be going into that to a shop that she got to relationship tab. That should be a big fucking eye opener for her.
Yeah, it was, because it was only, and it, I found out from Paul that it was Sarah that lost Leslie's license. Sarah hasn't, you know, she ain't never going to let on it was her.
So she doesn't know that you do know?
No, it was Paul, her driver, that was working with her. That, you know, he was the one that told me.
Why haven't you gone straight to her and said, what the fuck have you done? What stopped you from doing something like that?
she thinks she's got one over us, but she hasn't. She'll never have one over us. And, you know, I think her thinking what she'd done there, thought, oh well, then that's one of their drivers out, then it'll be all out. Well, she knows that ain't gonna happen. No way.
I don't trust any woman.
Listen, you don't trust any women.
Don't trust any man, so fucking hang on to that.
That's the one. Oh, yeah.
I don't think any of us trust anybody, do we? I'm beginning to think that, you know, animals are better than people.
Oh, absolutely done. I realised that about fucking 7 years ago, like, you know what I mean? And since then I've just slowly and surely been getting rid of everyone that just can't handle people.
No, I was talking to a neighbour last night here that lives by, like, here, and I was talking to him on Facebook, and I was saying to him, if I had a gun, and I had a gun licence, I said people would soon be disappearing. And he went, Shan, you can't do that. He said, you can't just get a gun licence to shoot people. I went, why not? I said, watch me.
Yeah.
I said, there would be people slowly disappearing.
The thing is, you're working every day as well. You're topping high in your job, so...
Well, yeah, exactly. I don't know how I am a people person, because, you know, I'm only beginning to now feel, and like I said to you the other day, becoming more judgmental, that, you know, that I'm not very, you know, people orientated anymore. You don't want their drama because you've got enough of your own. Oh yeah, you know I'm always at the end of the phone. Yeah. No, you get close to somebody. Yeah. It's like Dad says now, he's so glad that he's never took on anybody like as a driver and have them work for him. He's glad he's never done that.
Yeah.
You know, it's always been with Dad that if he has had drivers work alongside him, it's always been on it's their self-employed basis. So Dad, you know, there's no comeback. So if Dad had to say that, sorry, you know, I'm going to have to let you go, there's not enough work, well then there's no animosity because they're self-employed, so they understand that, you know, before. Whereas Sarah, she's never done that. She always, which is fair enough, employ people, but then she takes the piss, and what she advertises, what she's not giving.
Yeah, she's a bit of a blacker.
I mean, she's got this Zach working for her now because she's sacked Paul.
Why she sacked Paul?
Well, he was doing things really, Kelly, that he shouldn't have been. I mean, he was doing that school run with those special children, and which they've got learning difficulties and, you know, mental health, which is like I did at Penn Dennis, but just in children, not rather than adults. Well, Paul was getting to the point where they were misbehaving and not doing as they were asked to in the tax.